Now let's take a look at graphing linear equations or linear functions or linear relations. Here we go. Let's start with number one. Number one, let's have y is equal to 2 over 3 x minus 4. In our first equation, we have y equals 2 over 3x minus 4. This is already in the slope-intercept form. That means we can easily identify your slope and the y-intercept. Now, in graphing, always start with the y-intercept. Okay? Now, once again, always start with the y-intercept. The y-intercept here is negative 4. Let me use, since I wrote that in black, so I'll go ahead and use a black marker also. See, the y-intercept is negative 4, so I'm going to make a dot on negative 4. That's the y-intercept. That's where the graph crosses the y-intercept, which is that vertical line. Now, the slope is 2 over 3. That means you go up 2 times, and then you go to the right 3 times. The reason why we have to go to the right is because it's positive. But remember, guys, we always go up. Okay? So here we go. You go up 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Here it is. And this is going to be the graph of equation number 1. Let me use a red marker now. Number 2. How about if you have y is equal to negative 2x plus, say, 3. Okay? Now, first is make sure you know how to identify your y-intercept and slope. Now, in here, my y-intercept is 3 and my slope is negative 2, and I'm going to make it over 1 because every real number has a denominator equal to 1. So I'll make it over 1 so I can apply the rise over run. Now for the y-intercept, again, we got 3. So I'll go ahead and plot 3 along the y. Okay? And then the slope is 2. I should go up, always go up, even if it's negative, always go up, because that negative sign is going to tell you to go to the left. So you go up 1, 2, and then to the left 1 time. Here we go. 1, 2, and then to the left 1 time. And that ended up at negative 1, 5. That's going to be your second point. And now we have the second line. Okay. Now, how about if we have number 3? How about if we have y equals negative 1? Y equals negative 1. Okay, now, if you have just a simple equation, y equals negative 1, first is identify your negative 1. Where is your negative 1 along the y-axis? Here you go. Now, the graph is the equation is asking us to graph a line that's only passing negative 1. Now, if you draw a vertical line, it's going to pass all the numbers like 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 and then all the negative numbers, including 0. But because the equation is asking us to just draw a line that's passing negative 1, then we just have to draw a horizontal line. Now, why is it a horizontal line? Because the slope is 0. Do you have x here? There's no x, so we're keeping it 0. Okay? That's why it should be a horizontal line passing negative 1 along the y-axis. Here we go. Number 4. How about if you have x equals, let's say, 7? X equals 7. First is, this time we should be looking at number 7 along the x-axis, which is this one. That means this equation is asking us to draw a line that is going to hit positive 7 only. So that's why the graph should be a vertical line passing 7, and make sure you have the arrows of the line. Students, right now, for number 1, we have a positive slope. Positive slope, that means you go up and then you go to the right. Here we go. Next, we have a negative slope. That means starting at 3, you go up and then you go to the left because it's negative. Now, we have a short equation, y equals negative 1. So that's why if you have y equals negative 1, just find the negative 1 and then draw a horizontal line which is perpendicular to that y-axis. And now you have x equals 7. Find the 7 of your x and then draw another perpendicular line which is a vertical line perpendicular to the x-axis. That's it. Okay, but I realized, how about if the question is asking you, let's say number 5. How about if the question is asking you to graph a line given a point, let's say 2, 3, with a slope of negative 1, 5. It's actually easy, okay? It's actually easy because the point is given and then apply the rise over run and then we're done. Okay, let's try this. First is plot 2, 3. 2, 3 should be here. There you go. And then the slope is negative 1 over 5. That means you go up 1 time and then you go to the left 5 times. Now, why do we have to go to the left? Because it's negative. So you go up 1 time and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here you go. And you can now draw a line passing those 2 points. That's going to be the graph. Okay, let's try number 6. How about if you have negative 4, negative 3 with a slope of 3. Okay, first we plot negative 4, negative 3. There you go, negative 4, negative 3. So negative 4 for x and then negative 3 for y, that's the point. Now, find this, apply the rise over run, which is the slope, which is 3. Now, you gotta remember we have to express this in fraction, so we can make it 3 over 1. The slope is 3 over 1, which means from that point, you go up 1, 2, 3, and then you go to the right because it's positive. Just go to the right 1 time. This is going to be the graph of the second. Okay, now I'm interested of number 7, graphing a line that passes, let's say, 2, negative 3 with a slope of 0. Now first again, plot the point, which is 2, negative 3. Here you go, 2, negative 3. And the slope is 0. If the slope is 0, we learned that if the slope is 0, it should be a horizontal line. Now, if the question is, graph a line that passes point 2, negative 3 with a slope of 0, that means you really just have to draw a horizontal line passing that point. Now, it's going to be the same story if you have number 8. If you have, let's say we have 7, 2, 7, 2 with a slope of undefined. With a slope of undefined. Okay? So first again, plot point 7, 2. A line with a slope of undefined is horizontal is 0, so that means the opposite of it is vertical. Very good. So it's going to be a vertical line passing that point. That's how easy it is. There you go. So here are another examples, 5 through 8, given a point and the slope.